Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Anna Marie Crossing. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I know that it's been a long time, like really long since I've posted a video. But today is special because this is not just gonna be me showing off some of the progress I did on my island, but coming back with posting and also getting back into the game in general. So I'm very excited to show off my island a little bit today, even though I don't even know if it's half finished. My goal was to complete an island and show you guys my island, do a full island tour, but I honestly never even finished. And for a while, I haven't even had the time to even sit and play the game because, you know, as a mom of 6, life be lifing. But today's video it's just me getting back to YouTube, not only on my Anna Marie Crossing channel, but also on my 6-Pack of Chaos channel, which is my vlog channel where I just kind of show day-to-day life as a mom of 6 and, you know, just kind of vlog my life a little bit. But as far as today, I am just looking forward to playing the game a little bit because I haven't got to sit and play for months. Okay, so whenever I log into my Animal Crossing, the first thing I do is a must. I have to change my clothes. So I'm going to just go change, but I'll zoom past it kind of quickly, so you guys don't have to watch how long it actually really take me to look for an outfit because it's embarrassingly long. So if you guys have already been here for a while, then you already know I started this channel years ago, back in 2020 when I first got my Nintendo Switch and started playing Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing has always been one of my favorite games, so I was very excited when I found out it was coming on Nintendo Switch. I actually went out and got me a Switch just to be able to buy and play the game. Since then, I had, you know, what, 2 more babies, making me a mom of 6, and I just really didn't have the time to sit and play. So here I am today. Not just this channel, but I'm also trying to reboot 6-Pack of Chaos as well. And as you can see, I haven't played for a while, so there is a roach that I desperately tried to get and I couldn't get it. So I was gonna tour you guys my house, which is also half finished. I think that's the theme of today's tour. This island, my house, some of the villager houses, everything is half finished. I never completed the full thing. And this island has also been through lots of changes over the years. I'll show a few pictures, but here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. So welcome to my island. This is my airport, one of my favorite areas in my island. I matched it to kind of match my yellow airport, and then that is my custom flag that was inspired by Naofami's shield from Rising of the Shield Hero. In fact, when I first started this island, I thought it was gonna be anime themed, but as I said, this island has went through many changes. Even this area here, when I first built this area, I think it was like 2 years ago, and this area was humongous. Okay, it took up, I don't even know how many blocks, but my villagers loved this area. They would just come and walk around and sing at, you know, the music. It was really fun to watch. But my problem with most of my builds is I make them way too big. So I downsized it. I think that was my second time building the airport to get it to a smaller size. So leaving my airport, we have my construction zone because I wanted to have like just a city vibe with the construction all the time. And then I made a little tiki bar area on the small part of my beach. This isn't my smallest beach, but to me, I couldn't really fit anything there that looked right, so I went with a tiki bar. And as you can see, this is another example of I make my builds a little too big. It's like once I start, I don't want to stop. I have so many ideas. and don't want to stop. Like same with the construction area. The construction area is small, but I wanted to fit so many construction pieces that it's very, very cluttered. And before that, I think I had the tractor, I had like a lot of stuff all over there. But after a while, I kind of, this was what I was left with. Put the little hard hat there, and I got them a sandwich for lunch. So now to continue on my island, we're actually about to go towards another part that has been through a lot of changes. Like this area here, this was me kind of deconstructing it, but this was really a parking lot and a little mini gas station. I was very, very proud of this area, but this area went through a lot of changes too, because it used to be a gas station slash like little alleyway, and I used to love it. I thought that was one of my first time trying to do the realistic builds, and I was proud of the outcome with that one. So yeah, so walking out of Nooks, we'll continue down, and then I got a little alleyway that leads to my post office. This to me gave me the downtown feels. Like you come out the airport, you're in the airport lobby, there's a little alleyway, newspaper stand, post office, and I'd also have a park over here as well. Out of all of my builds, this is the one that I used often because I put my mailbox here just, so that I can come and visit the post office and actually check my mail. So moving forward, down along this beach down here was basically just, at first it was a simple sitting area, and then it was a big sitting area, and I said, well, no, that's too big. So I made a small little sitting area in the corner, and then I was like, you know what, a fish market. But I wanted to have like the kind of you buy, we fry that we had back in Detroit. I don't know if we have them out. I'm in Las Vegas now, but in Detroit we had little you buy, we fry sort of fish markets. So I wanted to have something like that along the beach where you can buy the fish are caught fresh, and you can have them cook the fish, and then little sitting area to eat the fish. Another area that I really love, the fish market. So next, this is just my little park. At first this was a big park, and then I was like, you know what, since this is like city feel downtown, I separated it and I made a small playground area with the basketball court next to it instead of just one big giant park. This picnic area right here, when I dropped a piece of candy next to it, so when the ants come, it actually looked really cool, like the ants are walking from to the picnic and back away. Just a cool little detail I added, but it's kind of cluttered, so I haven't seen ants in a while. So my little roundabout area right here, I was going for a highway sort of vibe, and this was my first time attempting something like that, so this was the result of that. As of recording of this video, this is taken in October, so before the 3.0 update. And as of today, I did redo that highway area, and I really like it. It took me a while, and I do have some videos coming up of the process of that, because I don't know about you guys, but dealing with roads and pavements, it took me a long time to really learn it, and I still don't really know. I watch a lot of different good YouTube videos, and I just try to give it my own feel, but that was my attempt of a highway, and then some residential that lead into residential streets. As I see my villagers standing around, I am gonna stop and talk to them because I haven't played the game in probably 3 or 4 months, like I said. And the reason for that is because for those of you who don't know, I have relocated to a completely new state with my family, and the stress of preparing to move and packing and then relocating, I just really didn't have the time to enjoy the game. So this moment, you know, I found a lost item. I decided to pick it up and take it to Ralph since he's standing right here. That's always my go-to, the person that's closer or the animal that's closer. So this lost item actually belonged to Akka, whatever her name is. So I will take that to her later, and then I get to show you guys her house because I actually did some of the villager houses as well. Again, with the theme, not all of them because it's incomplete, but I did a few villager homes. So here is my cafe slash Able Sisters that my daughter helped me design. This is I like to usually dress up and get all fancy and come over here and get me some crumpets and coffee and go shopping. But this was just a really cute area that I allowed my two little girls. And I think when we did this area, they were maybe 3 and 4. So that's why I saw pink and pretty. They basically had all the creative control for that area. Moving on. Now this is the worst area of my island. It used to be one of my favorites, but then it got a little bit overwhelming for me and it got completely abandoned. But this is my first residential area. And like I said, I am going to stop and talk to a few villagers. So I see Rowan sitting here, so go say hi because, you know, haven't been around in a while. So yeah, so it's basically just like a little street, you know, and I had it connected with 2 inclines that were symmetrical with each other. And I am going to look, I think this is Pico's house. I'm looking for Anka's house. So like I said, I did do a lot of my villager houses, but my thing when I do the villager houses, I don't really try to make them super chic. I just I keep the same theme that my villager originally had, and then I just try to set it up a little bit better where it just looked nice. Like, so here's Anka's house. She already had the Egyptian theme, so I kept that theme, but I wanted to add her a sitting area and a kitchen and a bedroom. Oh wow, Anka just said it's been 6 months since I played, which that makes a lot of sense because I actually moved here about 6 months ago, so it was longer than I thought. But I'm gonna return her lost item, and then I'll show you guys a little bit of her house. So I kept the gold and the Egyptian theme along her house, and then I added the elegant couch. She got, I believe she have a golden refrigerator just to keep up with that theme. And I really love the outcome of her house. I added the, you know, tourist tub because it was the only one that looked just fancy. I added the toga, I believe that is, because that's, you know, super Egyptian to me. And yeah, this was the result of her house. But as you can see, she can still walk around her house freely, and it just looked nice, but it's her house. I didn't make it where, you know, she can't enjoy her own home. And that's why a lot of my builds do end up so big, because I always think about my villagers, because, you know, they live here full time, so I want the island to be comfortable for them, but I also want it to look nice for me. So, you know, we find a way to compromise. But anyway, I did Stitch's house. He's not home right now. I really wanted to show Stitch's house because this house is one of my favorites. It matches his personality so well, and I really wanted to show it. But he's out walking about, and I don't think I did Margie's house. I might have changed something, but I don't remember doing her house. I did everybody's house because I wanted them all to have a brick exterior, but that was as far as I went with her house. So sorry about the crying baby in the background. It is my toddler's nap time, and she was being very, very stubborn. So hopefully it's a little quieter now. But back to the village. My intention when I started this was I wanted to have like a rounded neighborhood with like 2 cul-de-sacs, and I'll show you what I mean by on the map. So you see how my neighborhood is sort of circular. That was what I was going for, but then when it came to creating the pavements the way that I wanted them and the cul-de-sacs, they didn't come out right. But then with Audie and Fauna, I decided to do townhomes for them, and I really loved how that came out. So my plans for the future is to break the neighborhoods into two. One with townhomes that's like downtown. This is where Audie and Fauna house is. They have a big parking lot with an alleyway right behind Nooks, which I love these areas. It took me, this was one of my easiest builds. I was inspired by Nora from Horrible Gaming on here, so shout out to her. She is a great, she gives great tutorials, so I really love her there. And that's where these townhouse came from. I got the idea from her, and I also did the inside and outside of their houses. So since they're both home, I'll go ahead and show you, starting with Audie. So as I said before, I keep the same sort of theme. I keep some of their original items, and then I just, you know, give them a little cozy corner. And I love that she is cooking in her kitchen that we made for her. And then, you know, she do have this little sitting area here. She still got her whole like sort of beach vibe. I tried to keep the beach vibe going for her because she just seemed like such a cool beach girl to me. And let's see if she has a new recipe for me. I doubt it, but she said, it's been a while. Where you been? I was gone for a long time. I know. But I am back now, and that is the point of today's video, to announce that not only am I back, but I plan on redoing this entire island, and I plan on completing it and then giving you guys a more proper tour. Also, my husband, he recently surprised me with the Nintendo Switch 2. So with that being said, I am also planning on making a completely new island, because this island is 6 years old now. So, and I never had the heart to like delete it. So I would like flatten it and, you know, restart it. But now I'm gonna start a whole new island, and I'm very excited about that. So here's Fauna's house, which I really like her house. I wanted her house to be super tight and cozy, so I gave her a sitting area, a little living area, and a bedroom and bathroom. And the final result to me came out really, really nice, but she's still able to sort of walk around. It's a little tight, so I can't show you, you know, where she's walking. But yeah, like I said, I like to make sure that they can still walk around and get, you know, back and forth, but it is their home, so she got me blocked in. That is the reason why I try not to make it too tight. But I do like how her house came out. I think Maple, when Maple was on my island, she had a really, really nice house as well. And yeah, so that's Fauna's house. I'll go ahead and get out of here and show you the rest of the island now. So yeah, I'm very excited for the future. The future of this island, I've already started rebuilding some of it. Like I said, I got a new highway, and I think the highway looks the same, but so much better. And oh, this bridge is my lucky bridge. I always get a double rainbow over here, so that was what that photo was. But this bridge leads over to my circus area. When I ended up buying all of the circus stuff, I said, oh, I need to have me a circus area. And I wanted it along the beach because I wanted to do this like broad walk sort of area where, you know, you can buy snacks from different concessions and sit and eat, and then you can enter into the circus. And then I wanted, you know, the circus games and where you can like win prizes. So I didn't really get any inspiration for this. I just kind of thought of my circus experiences, and I went along with that. So as you can see, this is another like sort of broad walk area where you can just walk around and sit around and, you know, have fun from all of the circus activities. One of my favorite spots over here is the Ferris wheel because I decided to buy another Ferris wheel and make it 2 tiers so it looks, because I said the Ferris wheel is so short and I didn't like that, so I put 2 of them in front of each other, one on a cliff, just to give it that, you know, you're going up in the sky sort of feel. And then here we go. It is not complete. We were supposed to have more games and balloons and concessions back here that led into the museum, because the museum was supposed to be like another part of like the fun of the inner attractions. But again, it just started to get a little bit overwhelming, and I'm not that great at design, so it kind of got a little bit abandoned. But I had, like, you know, the little painting and sculptures outside, and then this was supposed to be fossils that was found out of our dig site right here. I just wanted to have what's inside of the museum a little bit outside. I had even had fossils, bigger fossils set up out here. I think I still have one, but they kind of just was colliding against each other. And I had wanted the look of a dinosaur fossil standing behind the museum, but I can never really figure out how to execute that. So there is a fossil back there. I don't think it's the T-Rex. I think it's the long neck one. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, so as you see, I want the butterfly room. I wanted to bring a piece of each room in the museum outside, if that makes any sense. So as you can see, I tried to show you the dinosaur back there, but you can't really see it. I mean, it looked kind of cool right there, but yeah. And then, you know, I wanted to make a gift store. This area here was supposed to be a gift store, and then I thought that those moon items were pretty cool, so I wanted to incorporate that into them. And then it just, in my opinion, it turned out to be just a big mess. I do plan on doing something like this in the future island as far as casino and museum go, but I am going to test out certain things and figure it out. So that will be the biggest part of my island. Now, this part of the island is off of this beach here that I wanted to make like a resort beach, you know, where you can come and, you know, just kind of hang out. I wanted to give it a hotel vibe, which was funny because after the 3.0 update, I realized that we have a real hotel. So I am very excited to incorporate this build of my island to the hotel. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, this build is still here off of the hotel, and it just make it look so great. But as you can see, we have like a tackle shop and rental area over there, and then we have some cabanas, or what, poolside beds along the line with the lifeguard and changing rooms but in the back. And then here I wanted to have like a boat rental sort of booth. And, you know, I think it's so cool that there's actually a hotel sitting here now. And not just this little pier, but yeah, because that was always the look that I was going for. So I just thought that was funny. And then the rest of the island is pretty, I mean, the rest of this part of the beach is pretty bare. Not really much going on here at all. But I do have my campsite in the back. So I have my lighthouse back there that's gated to keep, you know, the kids from going and sneaking in the lighthouse at night. And then my campsite, if I can remember how to get over there, it's right over here along the beach. So it's pretty cluttered. So at this moment, I'm having a hard time actually stepping on the campsite, but once you get in, you're in. So I am finally in, and yeah, this is how I always do my campsites. I like them to be elevated, different levels, and overgrown. And then I always do add another tent on the campsite just to give it that, you know, campsite vibes or whatever. But, you know, they got a roach problem too over here because, you know, we haven't played the game in a while. So yeah, it's just a tent. I haven't done anything with it. This was my daughter's tent, and she stopped playing the game, so I just left the boxes just in case she want to come back and play the game one day. But yeah, so what I love about this campsite is the levels that I have. There's some vines over to the left, and I made basically like a hiking trail. I wanted it to be like the woods. So it's like a woodsy area up there, and I got little tents and just little stuff to make it cluttered. And then you kind of gotta like I wanted to have like a hiking vibe to get to the campsite, and I was really happy with it, honestly. I don't know if I'll do anything this big on the new island, but I definitely will have another overgrown foresty campsite area as well. But this right here, this is my absolute favorite. Listen to this. Isn't that just so peaceful? That was the vibe I was going for. I love the forest album in the forest. It reminds me of the original Animal Crossing on Nintendo 64. Actually, I believe that that's actually where the soundtrack originated from. So but yeah, so here's my beach area. It's not, to me, it's not much you can do back here, but I just thought that this was kind of cute. Have it like a little lost treasure, wanted red poster. I just thought that was cute. So, a little pond to be able to do some fishing while you're out camping. And as you can see now, I'm just trying to navigate my way back out of the campsite. So, moving along, that is pretty much it. The only area that I have left is like my rock garden area that is next, it's right behind my house. I wanted all my resources to be sort of close, so that was why, you know, the forest area and the rock garden area was beside my house. That's pretty much it, honestly, of the whole tour. So if you guys actually stayed around this long, I want to give a big thank you. I wanted to really just share the goods and the bads of my island. I put a lot of work in this island. I know it don't look like much, but I put a lot of work. I think I have over 2,000 hours in Animal Crossing. When this game first came out, you know, we were all in a lockdown at home and in just a weird time, a weird space, and Animal Crossing really came through for me. So this game just will always have a special place in my heart. Ever since I was a little girl, I had my first Animal Crossing game when I think I was about 11. So, you know, ever since I was young. Now, my rock garden was supposed to be a park, but it was too close to my neighborhood, so I had issues. So for the future island, I plan on planning it out, because I never do. I just always say, oh, I want to put this right here, and then I do it. And then when I go to my next when I go to my next build, I'd be like, oh my goodness, you know, what the heck was I thinking? So my next island is definitely going to be more thought out. I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to probably do a theme in this island. I'm going to do another city theme because I love the city theme islands. But I think for my brand new island, I want to go with just like a normal Animal Crossing island, or I want to try to do a vintage Animal Crossing island. So I'm not that great with that type of stuff yet, but practice make perfect, and that's why I am redoing this island. I'm gonna bring you guys a really great and proper island tour really soon, so I'm excited about that, and I hope you guys will tag along with me on this journey. I am really looking forward to not only getting back into the game that I have loved my whole life. I'm looking forward to finishing an island and just learning new things, and I'm also looking forward to the hotel and playing with the update, and I cannot wait to start my Nintendo Switch 2 Island. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, please subscribe and tag along. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Let me know what your thoughts of are my island. Let me know what you guys are doing on your island, and like I said, if that's something that interests you, we can all play together. I'm also looking for some new gamer friends, so let me know if you guys want someone you can play along with. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, until next time.